as the next queer feminist icon before biking to an audition and then sleeping over at her straight older boyfriend's place. She's aware that she's conventionally pretty and interested in complicating her looks enough that she feels unique and alternative, while also preserving her looks enough that she'll never have to face how this world really treats women it deems ugly. She's haunted by the fear that people don't take her seriously, but never interrogates whether or not she should be. The day I meet her, she flips her blonde hair, rolls her blue eyes, and complains. I'm always cast as the beautiful ingenue, without a drop of irony. In a lot of ways, Sam is the person I dreamt of being when I was a tween, reading 17 magazine and living in my imagination as much as possible. I envy Sam's ease in life. When I was a kid, I'd drool over the magazine articles and picture a different life for myself instead of dwelling on the fact that I'd go to school thinking I had a tan and realize later that I was just dirty. Nothing in 17 ever talked about cycles of abuse in families or criminal neglect, and I wanted to live in that world, free from violence and complexity, so badly. I feel drawn to Sam because, while 29-year-old me can tell that she's a narcissist, 13-year-old me still thinks she's a cover model, and I haven't outgrown being driven by the safety I wanted when I was 13. I'm also drawn to Sam because she's too self-involved to ever look at me closely. I dissociate from reality fairly often, and while that's not a good thing, it takes less effort to roll with dissociating than it would to improve my mental health. The upside to hanging out with narcissists, when you're unwell, is that they so rarely push you to be happy. Months into a casual Facebook friendship with Sam, she messages that she's headed to Toronto for a visit and asks me if I know any BDSM-type parties that will be happening while she's in town. All of my Facebook friends know I'm a bossy bottom who likes sting pain, even if they have no idea what that means. My timeline is a smorgasbord of kinky TMIs. I make my sex life my defining characteristic online because, in my own ways, I also want to prove that I'm unique and alternative. Mostly, I crave an enticing way of telling the world there is something inside me that is not okay. My hope is that if my pain is titillating, maybe it will be worth paying attention to. Sam texts me that she's slapped someone's face a couple times during sex and thinks that might mean she's a dominatrix. I don't tell her how naive she sounds, or how often women like her expect me to facilitate their journeys of sexual self-discovery. Instead, 13-year-old me offers up a list of sex-friendly events and locations. I'm bi and kinky. When you're bi, kinky, and talk about your sex life publicly, you get about an inch of space to figure yourself out before people start asking you to figure out their sex lives for them, too. I want to tell people like Sam that I'm not a tour guide. This is just my life. I don't live to facilitate anyone else's self-discovery. But I'm also afraid that if I don't give people what they want, I'll disappear from their minds completely. It's a tension I navigate without elegance. I let in people who don't deserve it, then hate myself for it later. With Sam, I assume I'll show her around Fountain, introduce her to some people who are reliable humans, and that'll be it. I've been down this road with queer people like her before, the kind who say cishet like it's a pejorative, but are very comfortable using people just like the grossest cishet dudes. When Sam talks to me, I know I'm a vehicle, not a destination. Sam and I arrive at Fountain. We put on our club outfits. Sam dresses to impress in black lingerie. I strip down to skin and unkempt pubic hair and stay that way. I give Sam a mini tour, then she wanders off on her own, and I figure that I'm dismissed for the night now, that I've facilitated what Sam wanted access to. I join a line to try out a Sybian the club has brought in. A Sybian is like a pony-sized saddle you can attach a variety of dildos to. You slide whatever orifices you enjoy onto the dildos until you're sitting astride the saddle. Then you or someone else picks up the Sybian's remote control and starts playing with the toy's vibrate functions. Sybians offer deep penetration, with prostate and G-spot rocking available.